Hi, this is Eric with Hensley's Auto. I'm going to explain to you the steps involved with doing a smog check inspection. We are a STAR certified smog inspection and repair station located in Santa Rosa, California. There are three parts to the smog inspection: the visual inspection, functional inspection, and emissions. You need to pass all three categories in order to have a certificate issued. The first part of the visual inspection is to locate the underhood label. If the underhood label is missing, reference materials are used to determine what is required on the vehicle. I'm not going to be able to cover all the emission control components in this video. I'm going to be covering some of the main failures of the smog check program. It is very common for the Bureau of Automotive Repair to send in undercover vehicles and remove components. We have to be very careful when we do a smog inspection to make sure that all the components are installed. It's very common for PCV hoses to break and crack. The PCV hoses are connected to the air cleaner and go to the valve cover. Another part of the visual inspection is to make sure that the air pump is there. Not all vehicles have an air injection pump, but when they do, it needs to be installed, and all the components associated with that pump need to be hooked up and free of defects. Some of the main visual inspection components are throttle position sensor, evaporative canister, miscellaneous solenoids used to control emission control components, the idle motor, the mass airflow sensor, ignition coil, the coolant temperature sensor, the evap purge solenoids, the engine oil dipstick, and the EGR valve. Part of the visual inspection is to make sure all the vacuum lines are free from damage. As you can see, this fuel pressure regulator vacuum line is damaged and broken. This EGR solenoid vacuum line is also damaged on this vehicle. This air cleaner is not considered a direct replacement. It requires a California Air Resource number. The California Air Resource Board number is cross-referenced to make sure that it is okay to be installed on this particular vehicle. Stock parts or aftermarket parts that are considered a direct replacement do not need a California Air Resource Board number. This catalytic converter is stock. There is no California Air Resource number. This catalytic converter is aftermarket. As you can see, there's an air resource number stamped on it. The next part of the smog check inspection is the functional inspection. The functional inspection involves checking the ignition timing, making sure that the evaporative system is sealed, making sure the check engine light bulb is good and does not stay on when the vehicle is running. There is also an OBD2 functional check that is done on 96 and newer vehicles. If your check engine light has been illuminated and somebody has cleared the codes, it will force the car into doing drive cycles. If the drive cycles are not complete, the smog machine will fail the vehicle. Generally, you will have to drive your car a couple of days in order for this system to pass on the smog check machine. The gas cap is checked to see if it can hold pressure, and also the EGR valve is checked to see if it operates correctly. The emissions test on the car is harder to pass on older cars and easier for newer cars. Newer cars usually fail because of check engine light issues or parts that are defective during the visual inspection.